Yeah, here it is. It's April 18th, 2023, and on the Westfalia, it's got bumpers, it's got headlights and stuff, and it's got these um, signal lights. Look at that, it's got hubcaps. Now, the interior is in a bit of disarray because I was chasing down electrical stuff, and then don't you know the dog ate one of the switches off that thing over there, but I had ordered a new one anyhow, so that's all right. But I was trying to do some testing with the old one, but not to be had. I likely have to go looking around in little piles to see if I can find it, but I don't think I'll do that. Anyway, the when I fixed up, what did we do this week? The had disappointment with Windows. They didn't fit in. I think this is last time we were on about that. And so I've been working away at, well, first thing I did was I fixed this area here was too narrow, or like there wasn't enough room for the window and the window sealer thing, the window rubber. So when I did the original body work on here, I didn't make that wide enough. So I took that and cut it out and made it another 1/4 inch wider, and made this one here, this side, a 1/4 inch wider also. Then I dry fit the glass in there, and it fit all right. And while I was at it, remember, I don't know if you remember, but this was had a dip in there, so I fixed that up while I was in there, and then repainted it. Just it doesn't have a clear coat on there, but I wanted to get it painted up in case the window guys showed up and wanted to put the window in. Well, I want them to put the window in, but hopefully they show up soon. Anyway, but trim stuff, back bumpers on it, and I painted up that thing for the license plate holder, but it was I had some trouble with the paint. I don't know. I guess I didn't have trouble with the paint. Anyhow, hang on. There's my phone ringing. Yeah, don't you hate it when the phone rings and there's nobody there at the end of it, right? I don't know what that's all about. But anyhow, it's got this little, on the second coat that happened. Don't know why. But I'll fix that up tomorrow and make it better, I hope. Then, so that's pretty well it for this week. And don't know, there'll be a couple other things that I don't remember, but they'll just... Hope you enjoy it. Stick around and see how it all came apart. Thank you. Bye-bye for now. Oh, and by the way, welcome back. Yeah, welcome back to the grind. There now, back to a new week here, right? Let's see if I can maybe we'll get Windows in this week. Who knows? See what happens. But the good news is that I got the reverse lights to work now. Now, I hadn't really tried before to get them to work, and I've just got them shorted out up there. I don't know if you can see that up there. Wait a minute. See if I can. Oh, there. A lot of work there. You see that right up there? There's that silver thing. That's shorting out the reverse light thing, right? And it's I do have a new switch coming for that, and I just wanted to make sure that the circuit was working. Now, first thing this morning I started working on it was trying to get all the lights working properly again after having it all apart up there. And the only light switch that I can't get replaced, so I ordered up light switch. I ordered up this switch here, which is good. I ordered up the signal switches, which are good, and they're all, reasonably priced. And I was able to order the emergency flasher switch, and that's good. This one here is unavailable. It's out of stock. So when it gets back into stock, they'll let me know, and maybe I'll get it then. But this light, that switch there is a little bit off and on-ish. So I'm going to just leave things as they are until parts come, then I'll put it back together again. I can start it now if I need to. I can put the steering wheel on if I need to, and stuff like that. And I've got a, I wonder what happened to my key. Hey, my key. I had a key. Oh, who knows? Hey, who knows what I did with my little screwdriver that I use for a key. Amazing, I put stuff down and then it's gone forever, right? Oh well, there we go. I'll carry on. I'm going to see about the back window stuff now. Remember a long time ago I said I was done cutting and welding? Well, not quite. And I also said I'd be done painting. Well, not quite. So this part here, I've got to cut that wider and then cut it out and push that whole thing in a little bit, and then put it all back together again, right? Same on this side here. Because when I was doing it originally, I should have put the window in there and dry fit it, but I didn't even think of that because I'm not that smart, I guess. Anyway, there we go. I'm learning. You learn as you go. Yeah, so there's a new corner. I'm going to just tack that in there. I'll fill in that back bit with, don't know, oh, I don't know yet, but I'll fill it in somehow or other. And then I won't go any farther than that. I'll bring the window over and see if it'll fit in there properly now. Yeah, there, I tacked that in. I brought the other windshield over and fit it in, and if you butt it up against this side, it makes a 1/4 inch on this side. So if I make this side, I'll cut this out and make that the same way, and that'll be good. I'll hope. So I got to still figure out a way to fill that little gap in there. I'll do something about that. I don't know yet. Yeah, so there's curve number 2 redone. I'll bring over the glass and see how it fits in there now. And it's cleaning dust again. Oh well. Yeah, so there's a dry fit, so it's got a good 1/4 inch around everywhere, and then a 1/2 inch at the top because it needs more, like it needs to be lifted a bit. And this side here has got a good 1/4 inch, a little bit close right there, but I think we're okay. Should all fit, and that will make life easier, I guess, to have a proper fitting window if I can get this done without making it too wide with the bodywork. Okay. Yeah, there, that side is all welded up. Have to do some grinding around here, and I imagine up to about there and down to around here, and repaint all that. But that's okay. I'll have to grind that up and make it smooth. This side here I have to still fix this gap in here, which on this side I just cut a little piece of like a 1/2 moon piece, stuck it in there. Meanwhile, those blankets that I got from, what do you call them? Got them from Princess Auto, those moving blankets, highly flammable. They were burning away in there. So I rolled them all amongst each other and then pulled them out of there. So be careful with these things around fire. That's no good. I thought they'd be, well, if they're cotton, they wouldn't burn. But they aren't cotton, that's for sure. There's some sort of chemical found not in nature. Oh well. Anyhow, that's my bonfire for the day. Yeah, that's that corner welded up. Not too bad. A little bit rough inside there, but I think it's okay. What I'll do now is I'll get the what do you call that? I'll get the window and put it in there, dry fit it, and see how it fits. See how it looks. Okay. Oh, here I go. Didn't know that was recording all the time I was gone, but see if I can get this in here. Now that all fits pretty good all around. There's a good 1/4 inch around there. Good 1/4 inch around there. Can go that way a tiny bit, and that wouldn't hurt. Right about there. Then it's going to go up, so that's all right too. That's good. Okay, I'm a happy guy. Now I'll do some body work around there and see if I can get that to look good. Then I'll dry fit the window once again, right? I guess I should have been doing this a long time ago, but oh well. Live and make mistakes again. Yeah, there I've taken it back to a couple inches back from the edge of it there, and I'll redo this body work along here. It'll give me the opportunity to fix this faux pas here. It should be a little bit higher along there. This one here is okay. This one here is low. There's a low spot there, so I'll fix that with just a bit of body filler. And then clean up this stuff and put the, what do you call that? The seam filler on there. And that's all it'll need is seam filler. It won't need any Bondo at all. And I'll use the same stuff out here and just smooth that out and make it right. Or pretty right. Yeah, so that's a coat of that seam filler on there. And I'll have to pull the door out a bit when I'm working on it so I don't sand on that part. Mind you, that could use a little bit of help there anyhow. But anyway, that's beside the point. This has got to harden. It's going to take a while. And then I can, I lifted up this a little bit here. I'll check it out with a straight edge after and might add a bit more to it. Maybe not, we'll see. But in the meantime, what happened, the Amazon guys came, or the CIP California, or somebody, maybe a bus depot, yeah, the bus depot. They came along, and this octopus goes in here somehow. Now I'm sure it'll fit in, just I don't know quite for sure how. But there's a nut there, there's a nut there, and 2 nuts there. That looks like it's all of them. Yeah. And then it should, this one, the old one should slide out of there, I hope. Then I'll see if I can get the new one in. So first I'll slide the window up to the top and see if I can get this part here is still on the window. Okay, I'll work on that. Yeah, there, it came out of there. Now, this part here, where am I? Here it is. This is the one that came out. And it goes in like here and across that way, and then you put this end down and hold your tongue right and it falls into place. Now the matter with this one was that part here, which is right there, is supposed to look like this part here with the end on it. Now, I have the end on the end pieces there, there, and I thought I had it back together, but I didn't have it back together very well because these are supposed to be an integral part without falling apart, eh? Anyhow, so now I'll go ahead and I'll see if I can jam this one in. You want to watch? It might be amusing. I'll just set it up here. See what happens. Is that looking the right way? Pretty close. Now, as I remember, part here went in. That's upside down. Wait a minute. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So I think I had it. Where am I here? This is the top, right? And that's the bottom. Yeah, that's right. So this goes. Yeah, there you go. That was a job that I was a bit dreading, but it wasn't tough after all. Seems to work okay. Like it's not, nothing's perfect on this car, but I think that'll work itself in a bit. I don't want to, like you can put some grease on there, but I don't think I want to put grease on that, do I? No, I don't think so. The other one didn't have grease on it, so I'll let it get worn in a bit. And it needs a, like this handle here is very difficult to run because it's broken off, but a new handle coming. And then, well, that's a happy conclusion, because that window there wasn't working at all, and now it's working well, and that window works well. So all the windows except for the front and back are in good shape. Yeah, there we go. That's enough for today. So I did the sanded it off, and then I put on another coat and lifted this part up higher than it should be, so I'll sand it down to the right level. This thing here I sanded it off, and so put another coat on, and I'll sand again tomorrow. And then likely it'll be ready for paint tomorrow, and then tomorrow's Sunday. And Monday or Tuesday I might get the window guys back out and be ready for them. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I put hubcaps on it. They came from somewhere, I think down in the United States. And this door thing is working now. The window goes up and down. That's great. Okay, that's it for today. I found some more runs. Well, it's out here. You can't really see them, but there's a couple of runs on here. Don't know where they are now. Oh well. Won't worry about them because I can't find them now. Yeah, there you go. So now I've still got to do a little bit of sanding on the edges over there, and a little bit of sanding on the edges over here. But I've got this, remember that was that I had, you can see where the line goes down here, that I didn't do a very good job with the bodywork to start with. So now I fixed it up with that metal to metal stuff. That stuff's hard like an iron. And then I decided I'd check to see how close I am here. So here we are, that thing there, there's the depth, right, that you want to be. So you set that thing in 0 it there. So that's on 0, right? That's how much 0 is. So then you go along and check the depth in other places, right? So that's 0.07, right? And then over here is where I was really interested in it. So on this part here, it's right on. This part here, it's right on. This part here, 0.2 up, and 1.1 millimeter. But there it's getting up to the edge of it there, so I'm happy with that. And here's another spot where it should be 0-ish, 0.74, 0.23. So the gap here is the same all the way within a millimeter, which is good enough, right? 0.53. So that's all got lots of gap all the way along there, everywhere you look. Yay! So that should work, and I bet you I could put it in with the rubber seal around there. Well, think about that. Don't know whether it's a good idea or not. Anyway, there you go. That's, I got to do just a little bit of sanding to smooth it up, and these things are handy tools, right? Yeah, there now. I've dry fit the window in there, and it fits 1/4 inch all the way around. And now I'll just go ahead. I've got it all taped off, the area that I want to repaint. I'm just going to paint this so that I can have the window installed. Then I'll likely end up respraying the back door later. And you know, after the window's in, then I'll tape it off and do a proper job on here with clear coat and everything. But I want to get this thing here painted with the I'm just going to use my spray can of red paint. There it is, this one, right? Fire red, which is the same color. It turns out I've used it a couple of spots and it's the same color as the rest of the car. But I first have to sand this down like that needs a bit of sanding there, and take off the scratch marks and stuff so it'll paint nice. Okay, that's coming up. Yeah, there it's all papered up, ready to go. A little bit more tape right here, I think. Eh? Yep, I better. And check this side here. That side's okay. So I'm gonna just take the I've got my little spray can there, and take that, paint this over so that it's okay for putting the window in. Then I'll see how it looks afterwards, and it'll likely need a clear coat on it sometime, but not right away. So I've got this, I dry fitted the window in here, and it all came out nicely, and I even fixed this business here that was a little bit low. So that looks better. And then we'll just see how it looks after I get it done. You never know.
How's that? We'll have a look and see. Oh. I'd forget my head if it wasn't here. Permanently. That'll need another coat. Let's see how that looks. Oh, tripping over. See how it comes out. A little bit dry there, but that's okay. We'll put another coat on it and then see how it works out. Might be a drip happening there. Uh-oh. Anyway, I'll let it be.
Yeah, that worked all right. It's got one coat on it, and I don't know whether I should try another coat, but I will, because it's a little bit dry right here, so it needs a second coat right there, but for the most part it came out nice. Still a little bit tacky. What do we got? Yeah, our time is up, but it's been over a half hour, so I'll let it set for another 20 minutes before I give it another coat, and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there, that doesn't look too bad for a spray can paint job. That's 2 coats on there now. I'll let that dry off, flash off, and then I'll see if it wants another coat. But I think that's enough of that. I'm not going to clear this because it's spray can clear doesn't react well with this paint. But I will likely end up painting the whole back door again, and so that would be a time when I'll paint it up and clear it. Might not have to paint the door. I might just have to rub it down and then give it a clear coat. We'll just see how it goes. Anyway, that's all for that for now. I'm going to go and tackle some electrics up here while it's drying off. This thing here, these lights, like there's light there, light there, they don't seem to work very well. So what I'm going to do is put LED lights in there. They're for the pernundle stuff, right? I'm not really sure when they come on and what they do, but I'll see if I can sort that out, and that might be okay. Yeah, so here's this lead here, which is in that whole bracket here. It feeds into the switch, which is kind of a weird looking switch. I'll find it here sometime. And when this thing comes to the reverse, it makes the backup lights go on. So then it also feeds power to these 2 lights here, which don't seem to be doing anything right now. They should be turned on because the key's on, but I don't know why they aren't doing anything right now. Because that does go to ground, so one of these connections is bad. So I'm going to change these lights out and put a couple of LED lights in that look like this thing's on the pigtails, right? I'll just do that. So there we go. Yeah, so it's a good thing I ordered a new one of those, because don't you know, I think the dog got it and took it away. I'll look around on the bench over here and make sure I didn't put it over here somewhere, but I don't think so. I think it's gone forever. Yeah. I would have noticed it on here when I was cleaning yesterday. Oh, I have the best helper in the world, called Buster. Hey? Oh well. Don't think I'll ever see it again. Yeah, there we go. That's where am I? I'm at the pointing there now. So I've got the ignition in my hand over here, and I'll turn the ignition on, and those two lights come on. Turn the ignition off, the lights go off. And that they were working when I first started doing stuff, but then they quit working for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe these two bulbs here are. I'll pull them apart and check the bulbs and see if there's anything going on there. Anyway, there we go. That works, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So that goes up underneath in here somewhere with the Pernundle stuff. So, I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I'll put it in there somewhere. Yeah, Pernundle, hey, here it is, PRND, and then it used to be with American cars, it was D and L, so it was Pernundle. So this is Pernund 21. Anyhow, I'll still call it a Pernundle. There we go. Yeah, so there, now the Pernundle's mounted on here, and it won't come off. It's just on with that like body tape. I don't know what you call that stuff. 3M exterior attachment tape. The stuff works pretty well. It's once it's on, it doesn't come off. I stuck it on there, and then I put a heat gun to the other side, and warmed it up, and then pressed it in well. And so, like, you can lift it off of there. So you can lift the whole thing up with it. So that's good. All right, there's your Pernundle on there, so we'll know what gear we're in all the time. Yeah, now back to the paint job here, and it looks like it covered pretty well. Now I know there'll be a ridge along here, so I'll see what I can do about blending that in afterwards, but for now I just wanted to make sure the window was painted underneath here for one thing, and ready to go, so it won't. And it looks like it's that nice straight line there now, so that's pretty good. Happy with that. Okay, that's all for now. Anyway, that's it for today. The Sunday, April 16, maybe? Maybe. Yeah, maybe 16. So I'll take the tape off tomorrow and just see how it looks compared to the rest of the paint, and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, I was up here working away on little wiring things, like, so there's a hot wire here that comes from just sitting there. I don't know what it's for. So I put an end on it that was a protected end, and made a little connector here so I can hook a battery charger to it, because the battery gets a cover on it, and I have the cover out here. I'll bring that in before I'm done. I'll show you. I have the cover out here in the paint department. So that's and it's in good shape. The like on the back of it, it's even got the original foam rubber that's supposed to be on there to keep the fumes in the battery box. So that's cool. And I won't dick with that. So I'll put it back in place. Then that's all sealed up and out of the way. But I'm always charging the battery, so I can use this little lead here for charging the battery when I want to charge the battery. So there, that's a good thing to have. Then I found out these wires here, which have been hanging around in here, they're speaker wires. So they come through right here. I imagine there's another set that goes to the other side. So whether it ever gets a radio in it, I don't know, because you know, most of this stuff is Bluetooth off the phone, and then I've got a Bluetooth speaker that just talks to my phone. So what's the point in having a radio in between them? Well, we'll just see. I might put some sort of a navigation system in there. Who knows? Who knows what I'll do? We'll figure it out as I go along. Anyhow, the waiting for parts to come. They should be here someday. So I'll just let it be for now. And I'll carry on. Another day goes by. Turn off that light. So I'll see you tomorrow, perhaps. Bye for now. Yeah, there it is. That so the little line right here, I think I can get them rubbed out. Then, but the color match is good. Like that's the same color back and forth there. I can't tell any difference. Can you? And it's all painted up around the rim of the car, where the window goes. So that's all set to go if the window guys show up again. Anyway, there we go. That's good. Today I think is it's April 15th or 16th or 17th or something like that. 17 maybe. And it's the co-star is up there chasing the cat. Anyway, the time to take the snowblower off and take that winter cover off, I think. Make it back into a normal tractor. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I got the, well, here's my hammer sitting here. Hey, gotta have a hammer whenever you're doing anything with a tractor. Anyhow, got the blower off, got the roof off of it. Blower's sitting over there. Yep. And then I did its grease. It needs a grease job every 10 hours, so it's at 129.1, which is 9.1 hours since last time, so that's close enough. So, greased up and ready to carry on. I'll have to read the book and find out when it wants to have its next service. I think that's 250 hours or something. I don't know. I'll read the book. See what the service says. Now, over the winter, there's a switch here. See this switch, that switch there, it doesn't disengage very well. So I'll take a look at that and see if I can get that to work properly, because it's just have to just push that back all the time to make it happen, right? Oh, it's just an adjustment here that'll pull it back. Okay, well I can do that. Okay, well we'll fix that so that it works properly. Because I'm always having to, it always thinks that the seat, that the, that is the switch for the PTO, right? This thing down in here. Switch for that. So it thinks that the PTO is engaged, then when you get out of the tractor, it's got a safety switch underneath there that says, hey, the PTO is engaged, so I got to shut off everything. So, anyhow, I'll fix that up this summer here. Okay, and now back to the task at hand, which is this guy here. See if I can get, what do I want to do today here? I'll put that battery cover on. I got a new flasher for it. I'll put that in, see if that makes a difference on the flashing. And it seems that my battery charging system worked very well. So I'll cover this cover that I dug out and found yesterday. I'll put that on and that'll be good. Okay. Yeah, that's the cover for the batteries on there now. So that'll keep things safe, I hope. And now I'm gonna do the signal light thing over there, and then what after that I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, that's a better speed than the previous one. So I put a new flasher unit in there. The old one must have been just getting weak, eh? So it's got flashing light there, right? Flashing light there. We'll go and check the back side, see what's going on back here. Yeah, flashing light there and flashing light over there. So that's the right speed. That's a much better speed. And I've checked it on the blinkers and it works on blinkers too. So now I'll just put some LED lamp bulbs in there and see what happens. Hang on. Yeah, so I changed LED lights on the front, right? and they're going at the right speed there. But then when I try using the blinker, wait a minute, I'll show you here. Oh, I have to get around this. There's a big doors in these things. So I'll shut off this flasher here, right? Ignition's on, turn on the blinker. Hang on, I got a five-handed thing here. I don't have 5 hands. Fortunately, I have a camera that has 5 hands, right? I'm looking the right way. Here's the blinker switch. But that just goes crazy there. So I'll change it back to the incandescent ones and leave that and be done with it. Yeah, there, blink, blink, blink. So that's the front blinker, right? Left-hand side turned with the blinker going, right? And it's incandescent bulb. Same on the back here. And the other side, I presume, will work. I'll just check and make sure. Might as well check and make sure while I'm here. What the hell, eh? Hang on. That's the other side blinking, we think. Little green lights flashing in there, so that's all. Everything works. That was a bunch of cleaning on that thing to make that work. There's just a clean connection. There's that side flashing. Can you see that? Yeah, there. Flash, flash, flash. Then at the back, just check and make sure. Yeah, flash, flash, flash. So it doesn't like this kind of lights for the flashers. It just doesn't. They don't have enough resistance on them to make the flasher unit work right. But it did need a new flasher unit because the old one, which is only 40 years old or so, it was buzzing, and I've seen that happen on. There's a thing called Tasty Clastics, I think it's called, on YouTube there, and he's actually pretty good. But he likes he goes a lot faster than I do, and gets things going. But he had a Porsche with basically the same kind of blinkers on it that this has, and it was making a buzzing sound, which is exactly the same buzzing sound that this one made. So he just needs a new flasher unit, which came in the mail. So there. Anyway, I'll wait for the other parts to come. They'll be here in a day or two. Yeah, I guess it's time to see about the bumpers. This is the front bumper, and it's actually in pretty nice shape. Well, barring some staining here and stuff like that, where it's been run into whatever it's been run into. I'll see if I can clean that up, but I won't be too anal about it because it's just the way it is. Can't do anything about that. This is the back bumper here. Now all that end is in good shape, but it's got a bend over here. I'll see if I can get that straightened out somehow or other without ruining it. Don't know for sure. Anyhow, but that's later. See what that comes to. And I do have the rubber strip that goes on the back bumper, and I think I have the rubber strips that go on here, but I just don't remember. So I'll turn it over and clean out the inside first. I'll show you what's like in there. Yeah, so it's had a little bit of rust in here, and there looks like a bit of a bend there. But I'll clean this all out with the wire brush, give it a little bit of paint in there, and then that'll be good. Well, there now, I got rid of the rust stains on it anyhow. There was a big rust stain just falling down off of this patch, and rust stains here, and all sorts of rust stains everywhere, like that right there. And now they're all gone. That's good. I'll see if I can get a clean cloth and sort of polish it up. Then there's this stuff on the bottom, but I don't want to get too aggressive with anything here because that'll pull the chrome right off of it. So I'll be happy with as good as I got, and then I'll see if I can fix this. There's a little bend right here in it. I'll see if I can straighten that out. Okay. Yeah, there you go. So that straightened out that little warp that was in here, a little bend. Don't know what it was from, but I just used the clamps, and I clamped it and turned it up like, I should have taken a movie of it, but I turned it up like that, clamped it to the 2x4, and pulled it down with the clamp. Then I got to either side with a clamp of it, and gave it a little tap with the flashing hammer, and that straightened it right out, and it didn't even leave a mark on it. Like you can just, there's still a tiny bit there, but I'm not gonna chase it too much because I'll just make it worse. So I'm happy with it the way it is now. Yeah, now I'll see if I can just put some rust paint on the inside of this thing, and that would be more than happy with that. Yeah, there I've painted the inside of that, so that'll just keep it from rusting anymore. It was, you know, there's pitting and stuff in there that I can't really do anything more about. But the outside of the bumper looks good, so I'm happy with it. And I'll just, and that bump, that warp is gone. I don't know where it was anymore. So now the other side, other bumper is still got to do. So I'll take this one over there and I'll put the other one here and clean it up. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with a 2x4 and a bit of hammering. That was all bent out of shape before. Now it's pretty close to right. I have the end piece, so I'll see if I can put the end piece on it. There's a dip in it right here, so I'll see. I might be able to get that out of it. We'll just see. Yeah, so all I do is clamp it down to the 2x4, and you see the little tiny gap underneath there? And then give it a couple of pounds. See how it looks now. I won't go any farther than that because I'm liable to make it worse, eh? Yeah, so it looks like that end cap's going to go on there okay. With no troubles. Don't know what this hole is for. It's, well, it's obviously, whatever the point, there's a hole here. It's obviously for a bolt to go through there if you want to, but it doesn't have no hole there. These guide holes here for these two things, and then it bolts onto the car with this. So I think that's all it needs, really. Anyhow, I'm not gonna, I'll wait and see what happens. I've got the kit for the install kit. Yeah, there, that bumper cleans up not too bad for a 40-year-old piece of bumper. And it's got there's a hole in it here that's mostly covered up by a rubber strip. And it's on the bottom side, so I'm just gonna hold my breath and ignore it and see how it goes away. I'll put a bit of silicone on the inside. After I put the strip on, I'll put a bit of, before I put the strip on, I'll put a bit of silicone on the inside just so it doesn't rust anymore, or, well, we'll see. Anyhow, next is to degrease the inside and paint it again. So, or tape it up first. Yeah, there, that's got your $2 overhaul there with the black paint, right? So it looks pretty good. That'll just keep it from rusting more, I hope, and make it look okay on the inside there. Anyhow, I'll just put this over there with the other one, and then that'll be that. Yeah, it looks like I've got a shop dog here for a bit. Well, there he goes. Going to explore somewhere else. So I'll see if I can clean this thing up. It's the license plate cover, or, you know, a license plate goes on there and then you open it up to check the oil and stuff in the back of the van. So I've got a thing there that'll not hurt the metal, and I'll just see if I can clean it off. Okay, here I go. Yeah, so here's Buster. He's come around to help me out again. So that's the end of today. Tractor is back to being a normal tractor. That door is closed, so I'm done in there today. And I did get that part painted, the license plate holder. I'll show you that tomorrow. Just have to close this off in here now. But these things here, they came out all right. That'll be a little bit tacky still, so tomorrow it'll be all right. I'll put them on the car tomorrow, I think. Anyhow, there we go. That's it for today. Me and Shop Dog number 1 Buster. See you later. Yeah, so here I am on the getting these things here put on. Well, number 1, bumpers. Not too tough to put on. They're just a bolt there and a bolt underneath here, and a bolt here and a bolt underneath there. But then this thing here, that's a real challenge. So the the kit comes with, I don't know what these things are for, so I didn't use them. Anyway, the kit comes with this part here, right, which goes over the back, and then it's got a hole there in the end of it that doesn't correspond to any hole in the end of that, but it does come with like a carriage bolt to go through there, plus the this big long thing to go through. Now, there's nothing at the other end to grab this, so I just have I've got a washer and a little nut that'll fit on the end of it. One of these little nuts here will fit on the end of it, and that holds it all right. So now this is number 2, getting it on. I hope we'll see what happens here with this one, and then I'll show you when I get it all done. So this part here, I better show you. This goes on here and just goes into those clippy things there. Clippy things there go into those holes right here. And it's got 2 of these points that are extruded from the thing into these 2 holes here, but they don't seem to fit very well. And that side there broke off right away. And then then once it was on, I drilled this hole out in the middle and put that bolt through, and that seems to hold it all together pretty tight. So that's likely the right answer anyhow. So that'll be that. I'll get the next one done. Oops, there we go. Yeah, there's the back bumper on it. I have a excellent helper today. He's good at tearing apart stuff. So he's actually more of a disassembly guy than assembly guy, but we'll take what we have. Now next is well, they've got this thing here, which I put more paint on it, and it did this to me. So I'm gonna have to just give that a sand off and then try it again. Anyway, don't know what happened there, because the first coat went on nice. The second coat, it just got that, must have been the first coat wasn't adhered properly or something. Anyway, I'll sand it off after a while and give it another coat. So now I'll go and attack the front side. I'll just push the car back a ways, make it easier to get the front side done. That sounds like an idea, right? Pretty easy to push the car back and forth. And the front side's got a curve to it. So, and now I also have these, whatever you call these things. They came in the mail today. Was FedEx brought along blinker covers. I'll get them on, and also mirrors, brand new mirrors. Boy, that's exciting. Now for the front side, I fitted these bumper caps on before I put it on the car. I don't know whether that's a plus or a minus. We'll find out here shortly whether it fits or not. Yeah, there's a bumper on there now. And so when you put it on with the bumperettes, with these parts here, whatever you call these things, end caps, you got to sort of twist it down and push it on, and then twist it up over the top so that these fit over the frame of the car, because that's all steel up there. Anyhow, that looks starting to look all right. There you go. So I'll put in these whatever you call these things here, the signal light things, and see how they look. Yeah, there. Signal light lenses are on. Now I don't have a gasket to go underneath them. I don't know. Likely it should have a gasket of some sort. I'll see if I can find one somewhere on the planet and get them installed with a gasket underneath there, because likely otherwise water will come through, or from the wheels, or no, I guess not from the wheels. Who knows? Anyway, that's the way it is for now. Yeah, so all these things were hanging around in, one of these little buckets that I have, and it was the one that said Volkswagen dashboard, and I couldn't find a place on the dashboard for all these to go, but they're for the mirrors. So now, as soon as you start putting stuff together, you kind of recognize things. Yeah, there now. Mirrors. Hey, mirror, mirror on the van. Where's that doggy gone now? Where is it? Right there. Oh yeah. 2 mirrors and shop helper, right? So now, get the windshields in and I'll be a happy guy. But actually I gotta start working on I gotta fix the roof now, I guess, eh?
Yeah, there I cleaned up the bumper strip and put it back on there also, so that it's on pretty good. The
It had those clippy things in there, and they weren't holding very well. And the ones that I have, new ones I have, aren't worth anything. They made in China and don't fit. They're like the made for imperial measurements, not metric measurements. Anyway, so what I did was I used the original ones for the most part, and then I put some of that trim tape on at every clippy thing, and that seems to have them holding it pretty good for the most part. So I'll leave it be, and that'll be good. See how it lasts. See what happens. Now I think that's about all for today. I was thinking about starting the process of aligning the wheels, but I'll think about that a bit before I do it, because I had my helper out here. I wonder where he went. He was out here, and I know that if I was aligning the wheels, he'd really be helpful. Yeah, he just disappears that quickly. Anyway, there he is right there, the major helper. Yep, there you go. Okay, see you later. Yeah, so now bumpers are on, trim's starting to come together, hubcaps are on, all that kind of stuff. So I think maybe I'll cut this video off here. I've got the running works in disarray. I'm waiting for parts to come for that. So there'll be a couple more days. And I think the next logical step is going to be working on the roof, because right now there's a big hole up there, and so if I get the roof on, then I'll have to move this out of here so I can put the roof in here and work on it. Or if it's a nice day tomorrow, I'll just work on it out here. What the hell, eh? There's the shop hound. So this morning went to the walk to the beach, and it was a pretty grim day and a storm brewing, but turned out that it's pretty nice now. So there you go. That'll be that for this episode. What would we call it? Just fixing up trim stuff. And I think that's about it. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed it all. Bye bye. Yeah, April 18th, 2023, and here's your Buster report for the day. It's a little bit grim today. I won't go out there in the wind for a minute. Well, for 10 seconds. Looks like winter's over and spring storms are here. A stormy day today. Wind blowing. And the water's up with big waves and everything. There's pardon the wind noise, but that's what comes with a storm. Anyway, kind of a blustery day down here today. There you have it. That's your Buster report. Bye for now. Yeah, he's going to chase the waves.